Hey, how's it going, people? Welcome back to our channel. And to be or not to be, that is the question. Basically, that is the big question for tomorrow's game for Arsenal versus Chelsea. Carabao Cup semi-final. Here we go again. Arsenal in a very good spot, partially very good spot, to basically get to the final, to Wembley, for a chance to win first silverware of the season. Who we gonna face there? It is gonna be a Newcastle or City. Most likely it's gonna be City, but you never know. You genuinely never know. But Arsenal at the moment are holding a 3-2 lead. The game at Stamford Bridge was a bit too close for comfort, too close to call it at certain stages, so we need a statement. We definitely need a statement at the moment at Emirates. We need a solid, emphatic, and very convincing win. Let's be real. I don't think it's gonna be that way, but at the same time, maybe it could. Maybe definitely it could. Arsenal have some injury issues. Obviously, Merino is out till the end of the season, almost. What it looks like. Bukayo Saka, the extent of the injury, haven't seen anything, to be honest, on social media today or yesterday about Bukayo Saka. Time only will tell what's gonna happen there with that. Maybe Saka will play, maybe Saka won't play. Time only will tell, but for now, it's not looking great. Let's just put it that way. It's not looking great, which means Madueke is going to play. Basically, most likely on the right wing, or Martinelli. To be honest, Martinelli had a very good game during the weekend against Leeds on the right wing, so maybe he might play there against Kukureya. So who knows? Definitely, who knows? But Arsenal at the moment hold most of the cards. Let's be real. Arsenal hold most of the cards. They have arguably one of the best cans you can have, and for Chelsea to win and to get through, they basically need to get a royal flush. Let's just put it that way. But the thing is, it's not out of the question. It's definitely not out of the question. Even though for the last two games, I know it's against Carabao, I know it's against Leeds and everything, Arsenal have looked more direct, more forward-thinking, more convincing. But given that this is a semi-final, Arsenal have the lead. Chelsea must attack if they want to get to the final. And well, Arsenal, well, they can sit back and enjoy the ride and then just hit them on counters. More cards are in Arsenal's favor, let's just put it that way. Again, another tough, another physical, another very, very grindy type of game, I expect. Obviously, Arsenal got a bit lucky because the starting 11 for Chelsea for that game wasn't the greatest. Let's be real, they had Sanchez in goal, Cucurella, Chalobah, Fofana, Achampong, Santos, Fernandes, João Pedro, Neto, Estevao, and Guiu, and obviously they didn't have Caicedo, they didn't have any strikers, no nothing. So it's definitely gonna be very, very interesting how Chelsea manage this situation, because they definitely need goals. And Arsenal were very lackluster on defense, allowing Garnacho to score two goals, two very goals to a degree Arsenal could have avoided. Arsenal made some mistakes they usually don't make on defense, definitely. And I think Rossigne as well, he's gonna have something special planned for tomorrow. He definitely is gonna have something up his sleeve to try and to get Arsenal out of their comfort zone. Even though we are playing at Emirates, but let's be real. Arteta also, whether you like Arteta or not, he has been no slouch this season. He has been, the football might have been the greatest overall, but he has gotten the job done more times than not. So Arteta's also semi-final record after the win against Chelsea has basically, the curse has been broken, because since the FA Cup win, Arsenal were in 8 semi-final games with no wins, 2 draws and 6 losses, with only scoring 2 or 3 goals. And now when they face Chelsea on January 14th, they won. First things first, the curse is broken, so to speak, and they scored 3 goals, which is fantastic, which maybe means that the heavy burden of the semi-finals curse maybe have been lifted. Maybe it has been lifted. Arsenal will be in better spirits. Maybe Arsenal mentally are now stronger, maybe more confident than they were before, because this semi-final thing definitely was not going in Arteta's favor. And now maybe there are change in the tides. Maybe definitely there are change in the tides, because Arsenal, I expect them fully go out the best 11. I fully expect Arsenal to go out with their best 11 for tomorrow's game, because on the weekend we have to play Sunderland at home, which again, it's gonna be a tough game. We play on Saturday, but it's gonna be a tough game, but Arsenal can afford maybe some rotation. And again, with Saka's injury, Merino's injury, it is a bit of an issue, because we don't have right wings out of so many to rotate wings in general. Our midfield feels a bit depleted with the Merino news, which means Norgard might get some more minutes. maybe we will finally see Miles Lewis Skelly play in the midfield because that is his natural position. In youth systems, he played mostly as a 6 or an 8, and when he got promoted, well, before he got promoted, he already tried to play at left back at times, but when he joined the main squad under Mikel Arteta, with Arteta wanting to invert from the left into the midfield like he did with Zinchenko, Skelly kind of had to requalify. And last season, he had a phenomenal season. But that doesn't take away the fact that he actually is a very strong on the ball with decent technical ability. He's a good ball carrier. And playing him in that 8 role actually could give Arsenal some more benefits than anything. But I expect still Rice and Zubimendi to play in the midfield, mostly because Caicedo and Fernandes most likely are going to start. They're going to be a tough duo to basically play against, and we need the best players out there, let's just put it that way, to kind of try guarantee and secure a chance into the final, because for me personally, winning the Carabao Cup could signify a change in mentality, a shift, as I said, in the tides, which could actually give Arsenal the second win, the confidence they haven't had, I would argue, over the years to actually go out there and win the Premier League. Maybe Champions League even, and other competitions they are still in, because we are still in all 4 competitions, Carabao, FA, Premier League and Champions League, because Arsenal, this team as a unit, hasn't won anything. And now we are one step away from being in a position where we actually have a chance to win it. And if this team wins as a unit, they will know what it's like. It's gonna be like an emotional weight off their shoulders, which definitely it feels like are weighing them down on many occasions when we play these very, very important and very, very heavy games where lots of responsibility is on the players, lots of responsibility on Arteta. Something major is always on the line, because it's not a coincidence that most of the time when there is something major on the line, semi-finals in Champions League, obviously, us winning the league, us finishing first, finishing top 4 even years back when we were like in prime positions, finished 4th, and we somehow still balled and finished 5th, right? You could see that the team is too young, too naive, and something is lacking. Maybe if we actually get this job done, we could do it. Maybe that could be a start. It could be a fresh start. It could be a start of something new, something inspiring. And as Pep Guardiola used to say, he always loves to win the Carabao Cup, just so afterwards that gives the team that extra energy, extra lift to go, and extra confidence to go and fight for other trophies, where they obviously, Man City over the years have been inevitably in. Oh, obviously over the last 2 years it's been a very shaky, but before that, obviously, they were going for Premier League, Champions League, all the trophies you can imagine in the world, let's be real. So maybe Arsenal could put themselves in this position, because looking at what Arsenal women's team are doing, it's actually insane. They won Champions League, right, last year in summer, and now they just won the World Cup. They won the Club World Cup for women's teams. They are the world champions. And looking at this, definitely Josh Kroenke, Stan Kroenke, the board, and everyone else definitely want Arsenal men's team to keep up with them, because Renee Slagers came in as an interim and has done a phenomenal job. She doesn't complain about injuries too much. She plays with the players she has, and she still achieves silverware. Unfortunately, at Arsenal, somehow we have the best squad and everything, and we still can't get the job done. So definitely lots and lots of questions again tomorrow will be answered. Many questions, many doubts, maybe many hopes as well might be even elevated or maybe squashed if things go sour. It definitely lots and lots of riding on this game. And looking at this scenario, as I said, I want to see arguably the best possible 11 we can put out, right? I want to see Raya, I want to see Timber, Gabriel, Saliba, most likely Hincapié if Calafiori is not fit, Zubimendi, Rice. I would actually like to see Kai Havertz in the 10 once again. Gyökeres up top, Trossard left wing, and most likely Madueke on the right wing as well. And then with subs, maybe put on Martinelli, put Miles Lewis Skelly in the midfield, try something different in those terms, put Eze on as well, because it has been quite evident that with Odegaard not playing a certain games, for example first half against Kairat Almaty, not playing also first half pretty much against Leeds, we look much more threatening, much more forward thinking, much more quicker, sharper, more direct, we imposed our will on them. We dominated quite heavily. So maybe this Odegaard thing, as we have been talking on this channel, is just not a hoax. We've been saying this for a year plus, that Odegaard is not it. Obviously, I'm not saying Havertz is it, but we look better with Havertz there. Would be interesting to see how we look with Eze there, but hey, I guess Miguel Arteta doesn't want to play Eze because he doesn't work hard off the ball. But who knows? Maybe there's something other underlying causes because he doesn't play. But again, tough game, under the lights once again. Thankfully, it's at home, so maybe we can do some magic there. At the Emirates, it's definitely going to be loud. The Emirates are going to be packed because this is another, arguably the first serious chance, well, not arguably, it's actually the first serious chance this season to get to a final after last year's semi-final crash out against Newcastle for nothing on aggregate, losing out on against PSG in semi-finals of Champions League. Arsenal fans are starved. They want trophies. It's very, very evident, and why not now? Why not start now? So I hope Mikel Arteta is brave. We see again more direct and more proactive approach, let's just put it that way. And I hope we get the job done, and hopefully we go to Wembley for the finals. Let's see what happens. I'm going for 2-0 Arsenal win, so it's going to be 5-2 on aggregate. Hopefully that comes true. Let me know what you think down in comments below. Let me know your predicted 11, predicted scoreline and everything. And see you guys very, very, very soon. Peace.